The press in both Saudi Arabia and the Emirates are very concerned about the uprising supposedly going to happen in Jordan to overthrow the kingdom and make it a Muslim Brotherhood enemy of Israel right on its borders. Is it going to happen? And why is Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates so worried about the Muslim Brotherhood? In the last week or two, journalists with government approval, because in these countries there's no such thing as a free press, and I'm speaking about Saudi Arabia and the Emirates, are writing about Iran, Hamas, and the Muslim Brotherhood working together to overthrow the Hashemite kingdom in Jordan and install a, shall we say, a Muslim Brotherhood offshoot similar to what has happened in other radicalized countries. And if that happens, Israel's got a whole big problem on its western border, obviously, because at least now the border is quiet, and it won't be very, very quickly. They've been talking about recreating October 7th out of Jordan into known as Judea and Samaria, the western part of Israel. Hamas has been very, very demonstrative, even as of today, suggesting that Jordanian people rise up and get rid of the king and have a Muslim Brotherhood organization aligned with what's left of Hamas. Is this a real possibility?
Well, Iran's regime certainly would like it to be. You know, those other Sunni Middle Eastern states you mentioned, like Saudi Arabia, like the United Arab Emirates, know perfectly well the danger from a Muslim Brotherhood presence inside of their own borders. And as we know, in particular, Saudi Arabia, under the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, has gone after the Muslim Brotherhood inside Saudi Arabia, hammer and tongs. And they realize the danger from that. And they also understand, and this is important, the connection between Sunni Muslim Brotherhood that arose out of Egypt, of course, and the Shiite regime that rules in Tehran, in Iran. And they understand that Iran is trying to destabilize all of them, Sunni Saudi Arabia, Sunni Gulf states, and Sunni, the Hashemite kingdom of Jordan. What would happen is that, and this seems to be the objective for Iran, that collapse of the Hashemite monarchy headed by King Abdullah in Jordan would complete the surrounding of Israel. Already Hezbollah to the north, of course, Lebanon, and Hamas, at least what it was, to the south in Gaza, and to the east is Jordan, with quite a long border. But were that to fall into the hands of the Muslim Brotherhood, and that's a strong population presence inside of Jordan, that would spell real danger and threat to the Jewish state of Israel. But it's interesting to see, you know, the media in some of these places like Saudi Arabia, which is, you know, not exactly the freest media in the world, but allowing these journalists to write about this. And they write about it because they're in danger from the Islamic regime in Iran, just as Jordan is right now.